I'm just waiting for people to log in and connect with us today. We'll be in one more minute. One more second, everyone. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the LizyT Show, and welcome to another episode here on Instagram Live IGTV. I am so excited. We've been promoting this for a little while, and hopefully you had a chance to see some of the ads, to see what has been going on, and to see that we have an amazing guest today. Welcome, Wendy. For you that have signed up for the contest, do not worry. Your name is here on the LizyT mug, and we will have the name picked at the end of the show for you that DM me. And don't forget, every week we have here contest, and we have every week amazing prizes, courtesy obviously of our guests. So today, everyone, we have an amazing lady, which, by the way, she is expecting at any minute, so congratulations. So let me give you a little bit of background, so for you to have an idea who we are having today. It's just not anybody. It's somebody who has come up with an amazing idea, which I'm very honored that I'm here to share with you. Her name is Loni Brown. She is a pioneer in eco-friendly living and founder of Entirely Eco, a beautiful non-toxic home decor shop. Discover her passion for a healthy home, good. And while she was expecting her very first child, she learned how toxic everyday home products were and many adverse health effects that they can cause. And it's so true, so true. And frustrated with a lack of regulation in the industry, she decided to create a company and a community to build one promise, of making this information easily accessible, and showcasing other eco brands and products that are safe. And it's so true. We don't realize how much poison, if you may say so. Hello, Sugar Ray. Thank you for joining us. By the way, Sugar Ray will be here next week, so stay tuned. And Loni is a certified interior decorator, non-toxic living coach, and a speaker. Her mission is to help people, especially new parents, to reduce toxic exposure in their homes so they can improve their indoor air quality and in their homes. Also, she has a foundation of lifetime health. Loni has graduated from the University of Southern California, so hello to beautiful California, and currently working building her biological certification. My goodness, this lady does not have enough on her plate. She's expecting a baby anytime, and she still continues to study and have a business. How she do it all, I have no idea. But she will be here to let you know how this idea came all about and how this all got started. So let's welcome her. Round of applause. She should be here any minute. Hello, Loni. Welcome.
Hi, hello. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, the pleasure and the honor, Loni, is all mine. And by the way, congratulations. How are you feeling today? I know you're expecting any minute.
Yes, I'm actually due in 4 days, which is really exciting. I'm feeling great, though. I'm feeling great.
Awesome.
I've heard that the second one is a little easier than the first, so we'll see if that's the case for me.
Well, I have to tell you that it definitely was for me and my kids. I have two girls, and the second one, it looked like she didn't want to wait, and it just had to come out. So I hoping and praying that that is the case for you. So Loni, you have so many accomplishments, and you've done so much, and incredibly enough. You know, you have a business, you have a child, you have another child on the. How does this idea? Because a lot of us, you know, discover something out, and you discover that, you know, the things that we have in our baby room, they're not good for us. But you even went above and beyond. You said, I can't deal with this. I can't have my child living in an environment have so many toxicity. How did you actually turn that into a business?
So it really came out of a pain that I experienced when I was going through this process myself. I've lived a fairly eco-friendly life, I'd say, for the last 20-25 years, really focused on food and what I'm ingesting into my body, and then also skincare and cosmetics and cleaning products. But I actually didn't start to look at the rest of my home until I was pregnant with my daughter. And I was really trying to research what was in the baby furniture and baby mattresses and blankets and clothing. And that's when my world was open to this part of eco-friendly and non-toxic living. And I was completely shocked at the toxins that were in baby products that were labeled safe. And as we all know, safe is not a regulated term. So any brand or manufacturer can say their product is safe because it's subjective. Safe could mean this product isn't going to strangle your child. But safe can mean so many different things. And so when I started to look at it, I'm like, well, yeah, maybe this product won't strangle my child or suffocate my child, but if it's made with these petrochemicals that can off gas for years, and like my poor baby is sleeping in this thing or wearing this item, flame retardants, all kinds of things, it's just not good for their systems. And there's now lots of studies and research that show that when you're exposed to all these chemicals, it can lead to a whole host of health issues, like cancers and reproductive issues and developmental issues, allergies, respiratory problems. And so if we think about our tiny little newborns, their lungs are still developing, their immune systems are still developing, so they actually can't handle the toxins in the same way an average adult could. And toxins build up in the body over time. So we want to give our little newborns a chance for their systems to really develop. And so that's what started me on this path. And I was determined to build a home that was going to be completely, free of toxins as much as possible. I mean, there's nothing that can ever be 100% chemical free or toxin free, but in the areas that we can actually control, I wanted to make sure that every single thing that I was purchasing specifically for my home and for my child was going to be toxin free and non-toxic. So that's what started me down this path. I was so frustrated because it's actually pretty hard to find products that are truly safe and truly non-toxic, because again, these are not non-toxic is not a regulated term really. And so I had to actually contact manufacturers, get really good at reading labels. The process was just exhausting. I mean, literally hundreds of hours of research. And I just thought, like, pregnant women, new moms, like, they don't have time to do all of this. Like, this is not feasible for most people. And I decided, I was like, there has to be a better way to do this, to make the information easily accessible, make it easy for moms to just be able to know who they can trust, what brands they can trust, and not fall for the shady marketing practices of some of these companies. And so that's how I decided to develop my company. I was like, I'll just build the company and do that myself.
Good for you for actually acting on that desire. I mean, a lot of us, just have that feeling, know that there's something wrong, but we do nothing about it. And you, good for you that there is a company like this to be able to help a lot of moms and a lot of it. The only actually thing that I knew that you could prevent or you could help yourself or help your child was paint. But reading your biography and going to your website on your information, there's so many other things. There's blankets, there is clothing, there is pillows, the furniture. It's just incredible the amount of things that we don't know that could harm the health of our babies. So it's incredible. Everyone, you are listening or you're watching the LizyT Show here on IGTV. If you have questions, if you have concerns, you're a new mom, you know a new mom, expectant mother, and you think, what can I do? How can I overcome this things that have been imposed on us, and nobody's doing anything about it? Just write your question below here on the chat below, and obviously our expert will be able, will do her best to answer. One of the things that I wanted to ask you, Loni, is you have such an inspiration. For you that has been building this business, how is COVID treating you? How are you dealing with the COVID situation in around this time?
Well, I guess similar to most people in the world, it's been challenging on my family, on me, on business even, because there's, like, when you have a store that's selling physical products, like, and you're relying on things to be shipped and delivered on time. I mean, that's been an impact. Obviously, I'm 9 months pregnant, and throughout this pregnancy, like, I was self-quarantine. Even when it wasn't lockdown, I was still self-quarantine. So really not being able to get outside, not able to get exercise, that's been really challenging. But I would say on the positive side, I've seen a huge, almost awakening with people who are starting to really get conscious about their immune systems and toxins and cleanliness, and trying to reduce their toxic exposure to boost their immune systems and help with different health issues and ailments and things like that. So there's just like this awakening and this consciousness now that's related to this area, which has been really great for my business, actually, because people have been reaching out saying, okay, I need to build my immune system, and I know that toxins and our indoor air quality like really impacts our respiratory systems and our immune systems. Like, what can I do, easily and quickly to reduce that in my home, just so that I can create a better environment for my family. We're spending a lot more time in our homes, like a significant amount of time in our homes, and there's research out there that says that our indoor air quality is actually 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoors. So it's true. If we think about that, and we're spending so much more time at home, we need to make sure that the air quality that we are breathing in all day is the best that it can be. Our homes now and buildings are just so much more energy efficient, which is a good thing. Energy efficiency is good, but when it comes to toxins and pollutants in your home, they're really trapped and they have nowhere to go. There's no little holes or gaps for these, toxins and pollutants and bad air to leak out. 40 years ago, homes weren't so energy efficient, so there were places to actually leak out, and the air quality, theoretically could be better. But that's been a big shift in my business, is really working with people that in the past had no desire to do anything in this area at all, and now they're starting to come around saying, okay, like, I want to do some quick and easy things to help. So that's been nice and refreshing.
Yes. Well, there's always good out of something horrible that we live in. I just want to mention that business business marketing has said is tough times, but we should be ready for what is to come. And it's so true to deal with every situation. Also, Sugar Ray is here. Thank you so much, Sugar Ray. This is good. It is unbelievable the amount of information that Loni has shared with us. And one of the things that I wanted to ask you, Loni, is for you that has been doing this for a little while now, what would you say is one of the biggest reward, an email or a comment or a phone call that you've received from one of your faithful customer or a client of yours that have received a product or your services and they said, Loni, thank you. This has changed my life. Do you remember anything that like that? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So really, I think, I work with all kinds of people, but as you mentioned earlier, I really focus on new moms, expecting moms, because they are bringing little tiny newborns into their homes, and their systems are just taxed so much more when it comes to toxins and pollutants than average adults. But I had a client where all of her children, she has four kids, and all three of her first children has asthma, and asthma is dramatically increasing. I think there's a stat that says 30 years ago, it was 1 in 30 people would get asthma and suffer from severe, allergies and asthma. And now that stat today is 1 in 3 people, which is it's significantly more. But anyway, this mom that I worked with, all of her kids had asthma, all 3 of them. And she was pregnant with her 4th. And she was like, I have a feeling this 4th one will also have asthma, because all of her other 3 children had asthma. And I said, okay, well, let's work together. Let's figure out how we can, reduce all the things that, contribute to asthma and impact asthma, make it worse. And so we really looked at her indoor air quality. We helped her reduce toxins. We changed all of her pillows and cushions and mattresses and furniture, and just really monitored that indoor air quality. We got an air purifier to help with anything else that we weren't able to replace. And she had her 4th child, and her 4th child is now almost 2 or 3, and so far no asthma.
Oh wow, that is congratulations. This is incredible. It must make you feel like $1 million.
Yeah, and who knows? Her 4th child could still, get asthma, but I do believe that we're on a good path, and so far has not developed asthma, and all of her other kids developed asthma pretty early on. So we'll see. We're still waiting around, but she is just so excited, and so I love to hear stories like that, because you get to directly see the impact. And this is one where it's it's asthma, it's really tangible, but there are other stories that, clients will tell me all the time. They sleep better. They're just because they've improved their indoor air quality, and the mattresses and the pillows that they're sleeping on is healthier for them. They're actually sleeping better. They're healthier. So I get stories like that all the time. And so it just proves to me that this actually works. Some people are very skeptical. They're like, oh, we live in a toxic world. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about toxins. It is what it is. This is all just marketing. And so I'm like, no, when I see an improvement in my family's health, when I see improvement in my client's health, I just know that it's making a difference. And again, toxins build in the body over time. So it's not like, you're coming into contact with a chemical and you're going to get cancer tomorrow or asthma tomorrow. These are things that build in the body over years to come. And so, 5-10 years from now, when you do get, a health issue or a respiratory problem or something like that, it's just these little steps could have been taken, years ago, even just small, simple ones to help with that.
And it's so true. I love when you said that it is over time. We do have, thank you everyone for the comments and the hearts. I will try to read them all. There's quite a bit. And Dr. Grant is actually one of our doctors, and exactly what you said, things does not come from one day to another. The problem that people are having is within time, and it builds up. Definitely, I agree with what you said, and I'm going to try to read some of the comments here. Wendy says, how can you determine that some of this are toxic genetics related to diseases instead of chemicals produced by marketing? It's a good question. It's hard to tell, but again, she has been saying that she's been trying different things, and she is definitely seeing a difference from one child versus the other four. I mean, might want to elaborate a little bit more on that question. Wendy, is a good question, but it has two coins to that, two side coins on that.
Yeah, and so the thing is that there are going to be some things that are just genetic that run. But the thing is even if you have an illness or disease or anything like that is genetic, your exposure to different toxins and chemicals in your home and the foods that you're eating and the skincare products that you're using, that still can impact the severity of those illnesses. So even if you're suffering from something that's genetic, you can still directly contribute to how severe it manifests in your life, that illness. But another fascinating thing that cancer runs in my family. And initially 25 years ago, when I started on my own eco journey, it was because I was seeing, all of my grandparents pass away from cancer. On my mom's side, both of her parents passed away from cancer very early in their lives, like 60, like age 60, which is, pretty early. And I've had, a sister-in-law who's been diagnosed with breast cancer. So there's just lots of cancer that runs in my family. And I just said, I want my story to be different. I don't want to get cancer when I'm young. I don't want to die at the age of 60 from cancer if I can help it. But at the time, so many people in my family, directly immediate family, were getting cancer. I said, this must be genetic. But after doing research, I learned that only 10% of cancer is genetic. The other 90% is actually from environmental factors. So that's a good thing, in my opinion, because that means you can have a little bit of control over it. If it was the opposite, 90% of cancer is genetic, then it's just like throwing the towel. There's really nothing that we can do. But the fact that cancer is only 10% genetic, that gives us a fighting chance to really change and make different decisions in our lifestyle, really reducing, our toxins and chemicals and just processed foods and all those things that we know contribute to cancer. We actually have some control over it. And to me, that's empowering, right? That's empowering. So there are a lot of different illnesses and health issues that people may think is genetic, and really it's not. It really has to do with your environment. And so what I always encourage people to do is make small changes and see if that actually helps. You don't have to do it all. Like, some people start with their food because diet is really important, and especially here in America, we just have so much processed food.
Absolutely.
It's not even nutritional. They're just loaded with chemicals, synthetic ingredients. It's just not great for our system, and we're not actually getting the nutrients that we need. And they actually prevent, when we are getting nutritious food, all of those processed chemicals and synthetic ingredients actually reduce our ability to absorb actual good ingredients from nutritious foods. So there's just so many things that we have in our control. And so when people ask that, like, oh, if things run in our family, I'm like, still make the effort to do it, because even if you're going to get an illness that's genetic, you can still change how it manifests. And I'll give you a quick example. My mom has arthritis. She developed arthritis probably maybe 10, 15 years ago. And it was very painful. It started in her hands and it was really painful. And of course she went to the doctor, and the doctor wanted to prescribe medication. And there's nothing, I'm not against pharmaceutical drugs or anything like that, but most doctors, especially Western, like, they're going to prescribe prescription medication to deal with the symptoms. It's not really dealing with the root of the, the root cause of the illness or the disease, but it's just, helping to mask and make you a little bit more comfortable. But my mother started to read all of the side effects and everything that comes with that prescription medication, and she was absolutely not. I'm not going to take this medication. And she came across a book, and I think it was called like Eating Your Arthritis Away or something like that. And essentially it was, you can change your diet and actually help your arthritis. So she said, I'm going to take a stab at this. She changed her diet. She got rid of processed foods, which are very inflammatory, right?
Yes.
And she started to eat a very anti-inflammatory rich diet that really helped. And her arthritis went away. It didn't expand more. She had no more pain. And this is, here we are 15 years later, and her arthritis has not spread, and she has no more pain from it. So
that is awesome.
I believe even if something is genetic, or even if something is, you're bound to get it, there's still changes and decisions that you can make to impact the severity of those illnesses and diseases.
Thank you so much, everyone, for the cards. We're here live with Loni Brown. She's given us so much information, good information. Kevin Turner, he says, once I cleared up my diet from sugars and toxins, my asthma improved dramatically. And thank you again for all the hearts. My goodness, that's the major problem. Only 10% is genetic. Right. It is a major information, everyone, because it is true that there's a lot we can do ourselves, even with our environment, with our food intake, and many other things that you can definitely help yourself. Thank you very much for your participation. This is awesome. So Loni, people I want to make sure that people know, where can people find you?
So my website is entirelyeco.com. So spelled exactly how it sounds, entirely, and then eco.com. So that's our website. We have lots of information on the website about, some of the research that I've been talking about. We have products. All the products in my store, I have personally vetted all of the brands. Many of them I've actually spoke directly to manufacturing. I know exactly what's in the products that are being made. I've looked at their third-party certifications. So my store, I've personally curated. So essentially anything that I'm selling, I know 100% is safe and not just labeled that. And then we have an educational side of our business as well, where we really work with moms, but also everyone else, but primarily moms, because that's when they start to become really hyper aware of this. But I have a nursery program where I help moms, build a non-toxic nursery, and then we move on to the rest of the house from there. So I have a free guide for that. So it's just, and anyone could download this. You do have to give an email, because we want to make sure we know. So I'm so sorry, Loni, because we are going to start running out of time, and people have DM'd us to participate. You are graciously given a listener, one viewer, an amazing gift. So we have the names, and I don't want to be caught off here on IGTV. Okay,
so let's find out. Yes, let's find out. Drum roll, everyone. See who win the amazing gift from Loni, all the way from beautiful California. Let me close my eyes, and the winner is woohoo! Luciana. She is, congratulations, Luciana. She is a expecting mother photographer and newborn photographer right here from Toronto. So I will tag you, Luciana, and I will let you have a contact with Loni Brown. I can't believe time is just flying by so quickly here. We're having such a good time. Before we cut off, you have a book coming out. Robert J. Moore is publishing a book, a compilated book. Can you tell us maybe in a couple of minutes what's this book all about and where can people get it?
No, I don't have a book with him.
Okay.
No, I don't have a book, but I do have a free guide. So I'll just drop that link. It's just entirelyeco.com/5 steps, the number 5 steps. And that's our free intro guide. And then Lucia will get our full program for free. So I'm excited about that.
Awesome. Awesome. This has been great, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here today, especially in the way that you are, because you're about to expect any minute right now. I'm so glad that you were able to make it here on the LizyT Show, and all the best, a very easy labor, and may God bless you with a very, very healthy baby, and you'll able to do all what you have to do with a baby on the go, a business, and all that you have to go through in the next couple of months, because we all know that the first 3 months are the hardest, and then it gets easy.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much, and have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. So that was it, everyone. Thank you so much for participating. My goodness, I can't believe it went by so quickly. Wow. So don't forget, everyone, we will have another guest on Monday. Alka Total Fitness. She is an entrepreneur. She developed a great business all about working out, all about being healthy, and all about keeping yourself fit. And she will also give away a brand new gift for you that are watching us today. So stay tuned, everyone, and enjoy your day, enjoy your summer, whatever is left, especially here in Canada, which we are pretty much have one last month, and then that's it. Fall is here. Enjoy your day, everyone. Keep watching, stay tuned, and we will be back tomorrow with another guest, another show. I am the host of the LizyT Show. Make it a blessed day. Bye-bye.
And so I just never stopped my quest since that day. I'm 55.